This is Danny with QuadLugs, and today we're going to be building a 250 mini quad. We're going to be using our body support lugs and motor mount lugs and a little wood, and that's it. The motor mount lugs, if you're not familiar with it, comes packaged like this, and you'll get 4 of them, which will make 2. And you'll need 2 packs of those. And all we do here is just put them together. You can use CA or epoxy. I just normally use CA. Put a good bit on there, and when you snap them together, you'll see it come out. Just wipe it down, and then I usually put a clamp on it, and let it set for a while and let it dry really good. When you get it done, these are some ones I've used already, which that's the good thing about QuadLugs. You build this one, you get tired of flying it, use them to build another one. This is what they look like when they're put together. This one obviously has been used before. So you'll get 2 packs of these, and it'll make, you'll have 8 of them with 2 packs, and it'll make obviously 2 of them. So, 4 of them, I'm sorry. So 1 pack will make 2, and you'll need 2 packs to make 4. And then 2 of the motor mounts come, in a pack, and so you'll need 2 packs of them, and you'll have your 4 motor mounts. So you can buy a few packs of the parts that you need, or you can buy a lug set, or if you buy a kit, you'll have everything you need to build this one. Anyway, I've already started on it. The arms are 8 1/4 inches long, and this is 1/2 by 1/2 basswood. This has been used in the hobby industry for a long time, and it's a good wood. It's light and strong, and I just like it better. To me, it works better, which obviously you can use any 1/2 inch by 1/2 that you want. So, and you can get this at your local hobby store. You can buy it from us when you get your lugs that you need, or you can get it from craft stores. I think Hobby Lobby has it, and Michael's has it most of the time. And then we use 1/8 inch flat wood, and also it's basswood. And if you'll get a 3 inch wide piece, and I think if you buy it from us, or you can get it from your hobby shop, or you get it in a craft store. If you get it from a hobby store or your craft store, I think it comes in like 2 foot lengths. And you'll cut down to 3 inch. Let me double check. I think it's 2 1/4. Yes, so you'll cut it down to 2 1/4, and you'll need 2 pieces 7 inches long, and then you'll need another piece, and I'll show you where this goes in a minute, and it's 5 1/2 inches long. So 2 1/4, 2 1/4, 2 1/4, 7 inch, 7 inch, 5 1/2, and we'll double check that. And I think that pretty much does it for the wood. So anyway, you slide on your your body support lugs, and what I have here is that normally you would just center it, and if you want this 3 inches wide, you get to center this, and you come back 1 1/2 inch this way, 1 1/2 inch that way off the center mark, and that's where the outside of these go. If you're making it just like this one, which this will give you the 250 range, 250 millimeter range, from here to the end of the arm is 2 15/16 on each side. 2 15/16. And if you'll put them there, this is how they match up. So it works out really well. And what I do is, I go ahead and screw down my bottom piece, just make sure it's square this way. So normally I just put my finger on each side of this of the the body support lugs, and you can feel that it's squared up, and then feel here. and you know, feel that it's squared up, and start one screw, make sure everything's still looking good, put the other one in, and then put a square on it and make sure it looks good, you know, in a square, because that's a big part of it. If it's not square, it's going to fly weird on you. And just make sure on the back side here, and go ahead and put these in. I'm using 5/8 number 4 screws by 5/8 inches long, and it locks in these pieces here because it actually goes through these half by half pieces, so it locks this whole thing in when you put this bottom on. Now obviously if you were putting your arms at the top, this would be the top, and I would again then put the top on first, simply because you know, it locks these arms in. Then you put the other side on this one. This one up being the top. If you had it this way, obviously that would be the bottom. And you know, this makes it really nice here. I just chose to do it this way. Why, I don't really know. But anyway, either way it works. So this is my top, and what's going to happen here is that I sandwich the ESCs in this area right here. So this piece here is cut to fit, the 5.5 inches is cut to fit in between, and it's a, you know, pretty tight fit. So I do this, and then I use a number 4 by 3/4 inch screw, and let's see if I have any of them here. Number 4 by 3/4, and I've already drilled this, and or pre-drilled it. All I do is hold this piece of wood up here, line it up, you know, make sure it's even here on either side, and hold it, and then, you know, pop a screw through, a drill through there, and I use a 1/16 inch bit, go on through, and then I take this off, then I use an 1/8 inch bit to go through here, and then I put real thin CA in these holes here to you know, toughen them up. And then I'm going to use a spacer, and these you can get it, you know, your hobby store, your hobby shop, you can get them on the line. It's a plastic spacer, or you can actually, I think Home Depot and Lowe's has them, if I'm not mistaken. I've seen them there. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put that spacer in there. You really don't need it, and you could use anything that's a 1/4 inch. In fact, when you're getting your wood, if you want to get 1/4 inch basswood, you could get that and cut you a piece to go across here and use that as a spacer. And actually, I think it would probably work better, to be honest with you. So, you know, this right here will go in here like this, and then I'm gonna go ahead and run that in and then put the spacer on afterwards. And let me grab my needle nose pliers. Got them hidden here. Hold on to that. That spacer actually has threads in it, and that's the reason I have to hold it. You can get a spacer like that doesn't have the threads, or you could, you know, drill that through first. Probably the smartest thing to do. But anyway, we have that on, and then your wood goes in, and it gets screwed on. Now, what I've done a few times too, and this is a good way to do it. I mean, you know, that's what it gives you there. And after the spaces, okay, after the spaces are all on, I mean, it looks really sharp. You know, it's a real nice job. Another thing that you can do is that you can line up where you want it like this, and you can put some CA glue in there and let it dry a little bit, and it'll lock that in forever. And then you take this top piece off, and then you can put your electronics on there and then put your top piece on at the end. But that's with the spacers. And like I said, it makes a real neat job like that, but it's not necessary. If you come down, you know, pretty much anything you want, but this is about 3/8 of an inch. So if you come down 3/8 of an inch from the bottom side of this wood to the top side of this wood, you can go ahead and put, you know, dabs of CA in there. Take your top plate off like I was saying, put some more CA, let it dry good. Go ahead and put your electronics, put your top plate on, good to go. So anyway, let me take this off. And after let me do this. After you decide on which way you want this, if you're going to screw it on, then you know, that's great. Or if you're going to CA it, that's great too, just whichever way you choose to go on with it. Let's go ahead and get this off. Then you can go ahead and take your electronics and put it on here, you know, the ESCs. And go ahead and take your top plate off, put this in. You can just set it down like that, is what I did. And, you know, go ahead and do all my wiring and finish it. And then put this plate on, you know, raise this up, screw it in if you're going to do it that way. If you're going to CA it, it'll already been CA'd on and good to go. So we're going to do that in the next video, put the electronics on. So just like all quad lugs, you want to go ahead and prep these motor mounts. And again, you can put your screws in to hold them on from the side or the bottom. If you've watched our videos, this is pretty much how I do them, from the bottom. And please remember, if you go to our site, QuadLugs.com, under build videos, we have the quick build guide series, and it will go through prepping and mounting all of these on our standard quad, and you know, which will hold true on this. So please go take a look at that, and it'll fill you in on everything that we do. This doesn't have the motor arm lugs, which is our signature, you know, part really, in this in the quad lugs line. But this is a very easy and cheap method, or inexpensive method of building a mini quad. And I tell you what, I've ran this other one into a tree, I mean hard, ran it into the ground a few times, hard, and it survived. You know, I broke some of the motor mounts, not our motor mounts, but the motor itself. But everything else held up really good. It's tough. So shoot some screws here, and if you watch our quick build guide, it shows you how, you know, it goes through everything on all of our products or all of our parts, how to install it. But anyway, shoot some screws there, good to go. And you know, we're ready for electronics. It's just that fast. And again, you're not confined to just this size. It can be made bigger. It can be made a lot bigger. And with these same components, and it works really good. It flies really good. It works very, very good. I painted this one black, and that's kind of a lie. I didn't paint it. What I've been using is this, just a black marker. It goes on super easy, really fast. It holds up really well. Painting is, you know, kind of messy sometimes, and it's, you know, sometimes you got to be good at doing it to get a pretty good job. This comes out just like this. I mean, it's fast, boom, boom, done. Works really well. I would highly suggest using that. Works really, really well. If you want to, these a different color, you know, if you want them black, believe it or not, you can use the, what I call magic marker or marks a lot on these. Comes out pretty shiny, but it looks just like a really, really, really nice paint job. And it dries really quick, works really good, looks really good. I've done it quite a few times. Good way of doing it though. You can put some color on it and works good. That's it so far. This is pretty cool too. For being so easy to build and so cheap to build or inexpensive to build, it's a blast. I've had a lot of good times with it. Anyway, if you do have a problem with it, very, again, inexpensive to repair. Not much that can go wrong with it frame-wise. And you know what? You don't have to order the part. Just get you some wood. You'll have some left over after you build this one. You'll have the stuff to do it with. So anyway, try it out. This is Danny with QuadLugs. I think you're gonna like it. See you next time.